Do. Oh, yeah. It's one of those days. Does it look like I've been up for a while? Boy. It's going to come. I got to go turn off my heater. Nelly. Oh. Hello. Yep. Jenny's doing her thing. Okay, guys, I'm just getting set up. Sorry. I know it's been a while, but I have been watching, looking patiently, paying attention, and I thought I'd do it all one time. Because let me tell you, oh my goodness. If everybody actually did the work that they say they would do, trust me, everything would be done by now. It's not. They say it is, but it's not. I just don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. So much. Okay. Let's start. We're calling this Raw Insight because I'm going to go over several different subjects. And I thought right now we would be at a time just watching things unfold. We are, but the negative's got to fight its way into putting in these fake programs, fake fear situations, and put fear into you because some of these beings on Earth has decided that conning you and making contracts with other beings is more important than getting you where you need to be. See, right now, I think you should be seeing things on your own. I think you should be feeling things on your own. I think you should be able to tap into that on your own. But they want to keep pushing this persona and not showing you that and not giving you that door to use because it's about control, containing you, stopping you. And I'm irritated over it, disgusted with it. Because let me tell you, the other side is seeing this. And they're seeing each individual's what they're doing and how they're holding you back. And they're going to be accountable for doing that because that's what they're doing. They can't run from it at the end of it. And I don't like it. I want people to have freedom of seeing it all. What is wrong with that? You know why? Because it doesn't have a dollar sign at the end of it. It doesn't sell books at the end of it. It doesn't create big events so you can spend every last dime spending it. Nope. Right now we should be not at that point. We should be at that point of understanding we need to come together and see this all together at once. But we're not there because we're still doing this. Still running this program. So I got several things to go over. And I'm really going to go into some true information I've known for many, many, many years and saw at a very young age, and how this is kind of formed into being one of these seers that is chosen to relay this information in front of you and allowing you to make the choice and allowing you to go through the door. Because down deep inside, it doesn't matter what other people see. You want to see it for yourself. You want to see it with your own vision, your own eyes. It doesn't matter what they write in a book. Why don't you just open the door? There are people that are doing it, but there are societies holding you back from doing it. It's like to have a string to your pocketbook. So I've been on a roll this week. And I'm not going to stop because that's who I am. I started this journey to finish what I came here to do, which to lead you to the truth and lead you to be able to see it for yourself. With no ties, no contract, no stipulations, just freedom of seeing it and developing in it. So it's disappointing. I wrote in my book, 2017, the program that they have in every different community, producing videos. Now the spiritual community, you're actually seeing it big time. The circle event that they're putting out there. Because I deal with the process of frustrated people that were starting a path and all they're doing is spin in a circle and they're not giving them the information. And they're so frustrated because they're starving for it and they're holding it like ransom. And I'm tired of it. The spiritual community on some of these levels are as bad as Hollywood. They're doing the same damn thing as Hollywood. Is not giving you the information unless it puts a pretty penny on the end of it. But even at that, it's a big package deal. So I said in my book, and I say it again, 90% of the true spiritual community, the ones that are doing the job, the ones that have been born to do it, that are developed to do it, that's like 10%. 10%. The rest, what do you think the rest is? You tell me what the rest is. I know you can, because I'm seeing it too. That's why when I first stepped in it and I looked at everything and I thought, this is wrong. From the moment I saw it, this is wrong. They are tired of it too. Ugh. They are tired of it too. Spinning the wheel, keeping you going. And see, I don't have a problem calling it out because I know down deep inside me, the core of me says, show me. Show me. Show me the evidence. Show me the writing. Show me the drawing. Show me the channeling. Show me the information. Show me the documentation to follow the verification. But guess what? Guess what? Nothing. Nothing. Because they're keeping you occupied with entertaining you. You're not going back and checking their information. You're not going back and calling them out on what they said, and it doesn't come true. They'll just blow you off because you're just a number. You're just a number. I am disgusted with it. So we're supposed to be at a different level spiritually. We're supposed to be having people up here by now, and we're still down here. People are frustrated. The public is frustrated. I'm frustrated. But I know there's a thirst out there now. There's a thirst, and they don't want to be entertained. People want the truth now. And that's what they're saying. I need the truth. Do not entertain me anymore. Do not sell me your damn book anymore. Or your t-shirt, or your sweatshirt, or your cup. No one cares. No one cares. I don't know. Put it in there. No one cares. That kind of tells me that if you're tuned in, you would know that money doesn't really matter when we get to that side. I don't care. Even I'm at the point that when you look at gold, silver, rubies, whatever it is, these seers, the true ones, they know that that's not the value of them coming here. It's not that. Do you know what it is? It's the energy for which we came, that we remember and we know we're a part of. We're doing this to get back there. That is the whole value. It's always been that value. That energy. There's nothing better than that. Nothing. And if they knew that, they would not be selling you this stuff. That tells me they don't know. They don't know. So, what I'm saying and what I'm presenting in front of you, there are people around you that are seeking the same thing as you are. And if you're not getting it from the ones that are supposed to know it, you seek it. There's enough free information out there that is free. And you go inside you. And you listen. And you follow it. And you trust it. Because there's nothing in the way right now between you and Creator anymore. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing can stop that. Except propaganda. More propaganda and full of delusion and keeping you occupied and putting you in fear. Just saying. I'm saying it because no one else is saying it. So I was thinking that there's going to be a lot more of these experienced spiritual teachers that have been doing this for a long time. It's sad. Because even Spirit told me, and Creator told me, there were a lot sent, but not all made it. And that's true. That is true. So we're at a point that you have to really, really listen to your instinct. Because when things appear above us, there'll be nothing to fear. But I guarantee you, they'll try to instruct you of what you need to fear and where you need to go. Guess what? Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Yeah, my book's on Amazon. But it's not one of those books that are on the top of Amazon because I don't push it. So I'm trusting you as your soul, yourself, your being, to start to do the work yourself, because I got to tell you, I'm disappointed in who's leading you. I'm disappointed. So they're either going to get off their ass and do their job, or they're not. So now that I've said that, let's go move on to more subjects. So the money trail of information, if they're trying to freak you out or put panic in you, and they are seeing money leaving. If you're going a different direction, they're seeing money leaving. The Confederation community is trying to sell books, sales, slippers, t-shirts, and tickets. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Guess not. So, at this time, again, we should be, again, guiding people to what they need to do, and giving them the information that is true, and not selling a dark fleet process to put fear in again. So I'm going to say this clearly, and so you understand. Run to Megan Rose and run to Corey Good. Because let me tell you, you're not going to get anything else out of the other ones, except your pocket drained. So, next. In these times, we should be getting people in line to see everything in themselves. You know, and the funny thing is, people, you guys, you want to see it in your own vision, in your own eyes, and feel it in your own bones. You know, it's been great at times to show people what I see, but it's more moving to have them see it for themselves. They learn from it more when they can visualize and see it themselves versus someone telling them what it is. You never forget it. Run to Corey Good and Megan Rose. You guys remember, I'm just a remote viewer, a seer. And so I just interpret information that I get and channel. There's not one destination where it goes. It goes where it needs to go, period. However it affects in this world and how the information needs to be laid out, that's where I lay it out. I am not in one category or the other. I am just me, doing what my spiritual path tells me to do and put the information out. Now let's talk about this. Channeling. And I haven't brought this up because I had to think about this going all the way back, very, very young age. Now there's certain stages that you learn channeling. But these original seers, you have to understand, we're defiant from the moment we got here. We knew the agenda was not here to listen to anybody here. So you have to understand that information is like, we don't know what it's like to be alone. Honestly. Because I don't know what that feels like. I don't know what that is. You know, being alone because it's when I get information, it comes in so smooth, so simple, so easy. And the biggest thing about that happening at a young age, you learn not to doubt any of it. It's part of your process, everyday configuration. It's as you get up and as you go to sleep, it's every day. It hasn't changed. Sorry, I'm looking at some of the stuff as I talk. Um, so so we're put in these roadblocks and see if we're going to stand in that information that we see and perceive, or we're going to be afraid, intimidated by what society puts us in. A lot of us don't care because we are built here on an agenda that was before we were here, and we stay on that path. So, as that develops, as you get information, as your brain nourishes it, as it feels completely balanced by getting the information. And I'm going to say these ones that were seated that picked up the information instantly. By the time they're in their 30s, we walk into a room, we already have things figured out. We don't have to say a word. We don't have to breathe. We just have to look, observe, and our mind's already figuring things out. That's how it is. We don't have to say much. So that relationship up in our mind with these energies and frequency, it works great. They teach us at a young age to trust that actual information, frequency, and some of it, I think normal people would have a hard time understanding. It's instant. It's milliseconds. It does not take long to channel anything and get information. People may ask about information, and then sometimes in my head, and they're saying, no, don't give it to them. No, they don't need it. No, they'll figure it out on their own. And just because you want it doesn't mean you get it. So everything is set forth for a reason. For a reason. So we're coming into these times. And as the shepherd came into the White House, everybody saw him as a money machine everywhere. The truther community, the spiritual community, all of it. They saw it in dollar signs. But before all that happened, there's assignments that Spirit puts you on that you don't want. And you can defy all you want, but you're going to end up back doing it because they tell you to do it. And trust me, there's some assignments I didn't want. Didn't want them. And then I ended up doing them. And you stay with it day in and day out, everyday struggle. It doesn't matter what comes at you. You get up, you do it again. You get up, you do it again. And that was a long 5 years. Those seeders stood up, did what they needed to do. Those seeders don't sleep at night. Those seeders are not worried about what's going to happen in the next couple days. They're worried about what information needs to be out there that they need to do. Sleep is something we wish we had, but we don't come by it very much. Our mindset does not settle down very easy. So with sleeping, we do meditation. We sit in moments, but it's hard because there's always information coming in. And I can tell you some examples. Elon Musk. You could see in his mind of how much information comes into his brain all the time. It's insane. You can see it. And he's one of those people that gets bored easily if you're not saying something inviting or enlightening or something that helps him learn or achieve something, because they're all about learning something and growing from there. So the conversations sometimes are focused on one thing a person's saying, but our minds are somewhere else already. That's how we are. So I'm just giving you an idea of these true channelers. I have a normal life. When we go to public places, it's not an easy situation. I'm very good at keeping low key and not trying to tim things down. Um, but things come, you know. We have to be careful of where we go and what we do. It's not easy how you go to just public places and information comes in. So I'm just kind of giving you an idea of these true channelers. So then you get to an age where they put you in these bigger situations and you argue because it puts you really out there against everything. And it may not be a part of what everybody believes, but you're standing alone doing the work and you don't care because you know what's behind you. You know what you feel inside you. And you know what's following you. Because you always stay on that true path. So worrying about what society thinks, that's not the value. But the ones that I get are the ones who give you that look in that eye, and that's that spark of information they've been seeking for a long time. And they're thirsty for it. Society is thirsty for the truth. Society is thirsty for their path and to lead them to a different type of whole spiritual body freedom and not being confined to anything. Anything. So those are inspirational to see them. And some of them don't have big wallets. And some of them don't have any money. And it's okay. So those are the ones I remember because they're trying. They're trying hard. So when you come upon the situation when you're advanced and where I am now, where I see these other channelers that are in a very good place and nothing really affects them, I can tell you they're not in any type of fear or projecting or pushing out any fear at all because they're already a set above that, all of it. They see it from a different view. But like anything, when something's pure and good, you have these Hollywood coming in and putting fake ones in the situation. So be careful because channeling has to do with staying on the core truth of feeling energy that's true and it stays consistent. Not hypnosis. I've seen a lot of a hypnosis type of suggestion channeling, and then they go yes or no. Because some of the channeling that comes in so fast, I cannot even spit it out fast enough as fast as it comes out. We don't know what we're going to say in the next 2 minutes. So this is just giving you advice when you're seeing a lot of this stuff. Also, I saw this the other day about DNA activation. Do not pay for that. They cannot do it. You can do it alone on your own. Alone on your own. Do not pay for anybody to tell you that they can activate your DNA because they cannot. That is an individual basis of you connecting with energy and frequency and following your path. It's just another persona to suck you dry of your money. So Don't buy it. It's just another thing they're selling. And if they don't like it, send them my direction. So don't buy these extra packages because our world is evolving and changing. They're all packaging everything and thinking it's going to buy you a ticket. You know what's going to buy you a ticket? Doing the work yourself. Opening yourself up to the light. Opening yourself up to your ability. Opening yourself up to this frequency and not being in fear. You don't need anybody. Nobody. The first layer of true seers right now in this world is a high vibration of understanding. We're all kind of just waiting. We are. And that's what they're telling us. Just wait, Jen. We're at a point. You just don't really have to work. It's hard, but we all got it handled. Just telling you. They're chilling back. Just saying. So let's go to some good news. So I want to go over this information. When I go up sometimes, I'm going up to the overcreators to get information. And I have a specific thing I want, okay? And then that sometimes is not exactly how they answer it. And then they put me on another assignment. People, why don't you go up all the time? Because there's always work up there. And then they tell me to do something else. So then they gave me some other information. And I was kind of blown away by it. Because I was like, I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't looking at that direction. They just threw this information at me. And so, okay, let me think about this. All these beings on this planet, do you think they're really after gold and silver and all the other resources? I'm like, there's other planets out there that have other resources. There's planets out there that have gold all over them. That makes sense. Okay, I'll accept that. Trying to get in, I'll accept that too. And then they showed me something. I was shocked. I was like, oh, wow. Now I get it. So, and they said, look at your Grand Canyon. There's proof of that there. The way it's red and how the valley is. And at one time it was there. And now it's somewhere else. I'm not going to tell you where it's at, but they also showed me the prior Queen Elizabeth that was on her head or her crown. Same color. Same color. See, this is a valley. This opens up and all this. What do you think this is? It's a jewel, all right. It's a different type of jewel that they showed me, though, because this has a vibration that goes through it. Its own type of conscience that goes through our world, our planet. It opens up. Apparently on this world, they try to keep everything away from us, especially the elite. But you know what's their downfall will be? Is the fact that they try to put their name all around it. All around it. It's never good to put your name on something because that just gives suspicion of where to look for things. So this is a valley. I'm not going to say it's rubies, but it looks pretty freaking expensive, but it does something else too. Just like I explained those blue coil stones that have oxygized, they're blue and they do more. So this is another thing that they're showing me. And so with that, Sorry, I gotta find the stuff I was going to use as an example. Here we go with something else here. I'm not done with this. It's going to take probably a month to finish this. So then you got crystal spewing volcanoes. So then, that's kind of making sense. It's kind of making sense. You may not see the volcanoes right in front of your face, but they might be there. Could this Earth put something like that together and have the exact temperature just to warm it and cool it? Possibility, and have pools under it. Possibility that could happen. It's all about research, looking for information to verify the verification. Trump told you. You are more valuable than you think. You have more than you think. It was just not shown to you. It was not because they wanted to put their name on it themselves, claim it themselves. But the good thing, it's well protected. They did not buy humans, I can tell you that. So there is something that our world, our creator made a good choice on. Beings that are not about these values of items. These same beings are about the value of energy and balance, and not the need in the same way other beings are. They just need a balance of energy and frequency and community. And he kept them in charge of this area, which was smart. And so I went up there to see if these were good beings, because I knew, and they verified that. But they also showed me a little more than I was expecting to get. So it makes you think, makes you look at things and go, gosh, there's a lot of stuff out there that we're not looking at. We're not paying attention to what's in the ground, what's below the seas, what's below the mountains, what's below the volcanoes. I guarantee you there's a lot of stuff. No one's talking about that. That's something you should start looking at and seeing where things are. But it makes sense what they want from us, what they want from this planet, especially when those can do more than just look beautiful. They can do a lot. So I'm bringing you some of that information to think about on your own. You know, we can't really trust science anymore because we know where that went. We can't trust the NASA because we know where that's going. We know the education system, well, we know where that's going too. So pretty much got to start from scratch again. Just saying. The whole big can of worms is opening up. So you got to start over. Look for the truth yourself. Documentation, verification. That's the only way to go. Work as a team. Find the information. So I kind of wanted to come on and just give my raw opinion tonight. And because I've been working a lot and long hours all day. People know that. I don't have time. And I don't have time for YouTubes and stuff because I just work a lot. And it seems that the ones that are working don't have time. But the ones that aren't really doing the work, they got time to do a YouTube every 2 days or 3 days. I don't know how. They do. Just saying. It's kind of funny. So I'm here to give you that information and you can apply it the way you guys want. But I thought it would be good information to bring to you because the truth matters to me. And it matters that when things change in this world, that you guys are all aligned together, seeing the same thing. That's what matters. That's what matters. So, when I have more information, another thing I was going to show you too. So I couldn't understand when I got this one, right? And then I was like, remember I showed you guys this one? And they showed me taking this out of the water. But then, Jen, I was like, why are these lines? I thought there was something I couldn't figure out what it was. And they're like, there are crystals on these. Crystals. Then they figured it out. Crazy. Yep. I see it, I draw it. I write it. I put it in print, and I show you. Why don't someone else do that? So, I think, when we start out spiritually, we might make mistakes. But you know what? We all made mistakes. But then we get back on track of what Spirit needs us to do. So a lot of them, I've seen a lot of spiritual path people. They may get off a little bit and they might get back on track. So I think some that have gotten back on track and they're doing good now. So I want to say goodnight. I'm sure I'll get a ton of emails over this one. But you know me, I don't care. But the only thing I want to say to the spiritual community, you need to start doing what you were brought here to do and start giving them the information you were supposed to give. So, because if you don't, they see it up there and they will let you know what you did. So, get going. And good night. You guys have a good weekend. And I will talk to you soon. Love you all.